Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Hello Smut Squad and welcome back to the channel. We're looking at the Xbox this time and we're looking once again at some terrible games that the system had. Now some of these games aren't necessarily exclusives, yes some of them were on the PlayStation as well, but I don't care, I'm still going to talk about them. Before we go any further, if you think I deserve it, please remember to hit that like, hype and subscribe button, as well as listen to the weekly podcast and join our free Discord. Yes, the Xbox, or the X-House as I used to call it growing up, had a lot of games that came out and it was Microsoft's big entry into the video game console war. However, there were a lot of stinkers that did come out and today we're going to be looking at some of them. As always, I want to hear what you guys want to say, so if you've got games I think I need to talk about, put them in the comments below. Right, let's get into it, shall we? Some stinkers for the Xbox. Triggerman. Now, you play as the character are referred to as the Triggerman. Like, what? Like, he's a hitman, okay? But I'm sorry, Triggerman's a crap name. The Baba Yaga is a much better name. He's there to kill the boogeyman. Like, John Wick is a cooler name than the Triggerman. Boring. But the story is that one rival boss is accused of killing the murder of another rival boss. So the one who's being accused decides, you know what, I'm going to need my name clearing, so I'm going to hire the Triggerman to basically go sort it out. And the Triggerman's way of sorting it out is just killing everybody. I was like, that's not how you mediate these things. It's not how you prove your innocence by hiring a hitman to go kill the other mob guy. That doesn't know. No. The story, that's pretty much it. I don't know, I don't expect what you want from this game. It's just kill everybody. But one of the main reasons this game is so bad is because of the brain dead AI. Like, the enemies are absolutely thick as fuck. They just basically go, hello, shoot me please, I want to be shot. Like, I originally thought the AI enemies in GoldenEye were terrible, like they just suddenly do a barrel roll in front of you, which is hilarious. But this is a console generation above, they should be a little bit better, but no, this is basically just takes away a tactical shooter in a shooting gallery, makes it a bit stupid. Also, they're bullet sponges. Like, they can take a lot of bullets. Like, you can shoot one of them with a shotgun to the knee and they're apparently okay and they can keep going. I don't think that would have helped in Skyrim, but in this game, no, it's crack on. So yeah, someone really didn't do the damage counters very well. And also, the game looks crap. It just looks terrible, like everything's just rushed. Now, this is a budget title I've ever saw one. This game was a glitchy mess as well, where people were falling through the floors or sometimes having the mission critical items fail to trigger. Fantastic! Type of game, it's shit by design, it's shit the way it looks, it's got a shit story, makes no freaking sense, and then the game bloody has glitches or even items that aren't working. Fantastic. Stay away from this one at all costs. Fight Club. Now, let me put this on the floor here to everyone to talk about. Fight Club is one of my favourite movies of all time. It's in my top 3 alongside GoldenEye and Last Samurai. Yeah, weird combination, but that's what I like. I don't understand why this film game came out. It didn't need to. Who wanted it at the time? Alright, it's just pointless. This was just trying to basically say, oh, we can cash in on something here, so let's just do it. So you play as this nameless new recruit called the Hero, and you join Fight Club, and basically you're trying to find Tyler Durden, that's the whole point. And it tries to mix in the story and the twist from the book and the film, but it's just an absolute mess. The game is told, well, when it comes to story mode, is told through static cutscenes, which I have never seen before. So they show a static cut sort of shot, and then there's actual voice acting, and then they go to the next still. And when it comes to the twist, and you've got the twist of 2 characters talking to each other, you don't know who's who. It's just ridiculous. And considering it's trying to be like a Tekken clone or a fighting game, there's only 3 styles of fighting: brawler, martial artist, and grappler. That's about it. So you're quite limited on the type of characters you want to play with. Like, when you play any sort of fighting game, there are loads of different styles that you can go with, but they all just feel crap and sluggish. And you can just mash the punch button and you'll win the game. Seriously, just mash the punch button and you will win. The game could probably be done in about an hour, so I don't know what's better. You may as well just go watch the film. You'd have more fun watching the film than playing this shit. Like, the game looks crap as well. It's just terrible. And also, all the characters are these massive, amazing martial artists, and they can just do professional fighter shit. Again, Fight Club is meant to be the modern man who doesn't have fighting experience and is pretty shit. Oh, the only good thing is that Fred Durst is in it, so, I don't know. use that as you will. Star Wars Obi-Wan. Now, this was meant to be like a really good PC sequel to the legendary Jedi Knight series, but it was abruptly shifted to an Xbox exclusive, and it just became a clunky, visually dated game. Like, really, this looks better on the PS. Well, it could have been a PS1 game, let's put it like that. That's how bad the graphics were. And it tries to expand the lore of Phantom Menace, but it just kind of feels like you're doing chores as Obi-Wan, or young Obi-Wan, we should say. I just think this is crap. Like, the final third of the game retells the events of Episode 1. And I like Episode 1, the final third of Episode 1, because that battle with Darth Maul is absolutely awesome. The big innovation of this game was that you could use the analog stick to control the lightsaber, but that's rubbish. It just doesn't work. Like, it sounds really cool in theory, but it's not. You're just wiggly-waggling this big glowy stick. Like, don't be expecting to do master combos. It's just shocking. And again, the fact it looks crap. This looks like it could have been the PlayStation 1 game. Just, nah. Ewan McGregor wasn't in it. Nope. Didn't even get it. Didn't even get Ewan McGregor. You think this is Star Wars? These games are meant to be great. They're meant to be high quality. They were high quality. When you thought of like a Lucas Games, you thought this is a really good, going to be a cracking game. But it's like they just want, nah, just rush it. Like, I know it was going to be an Xbox exclusive when the console first released, but really, at least put some effort in there. Again, this is trying to show what the Xbox can do, and a Star Wars game would have been great to go with it, but this was just poo, and just, I don't know, you were just going down corridors the whole time doing stupid chores. It was like, that's not fun. That's not what makes Star Wars fun. Killing shit is fun. That's what makes Star Wars great. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Now, look, this should have been great. It should have been. A Terminator game should always be good, but for some reason, video game people just go, no, we don't know how to make good Terminator games. We have no idea. We've got Arnold Schwarzenegger, and no, we don't know what to do. So this game attempts to follow the plot of the 2003 film, but then just strips away all the tension that actual film had and just repetitive hallways the whole time. You play as good old Arnold Schwarzenegger sent back in time to protect John Connor and Kate Brewster from an advanced TX. They pad the game out with constant future war levels. They're just corridors filled with identical silver robots. And that should be fun, blasting robots to high heaven, but it's just boring. And the game is dark as well. And that's not from a story perspective, and I like dark games. No, there needs to be a light on here. Someone needs to get a bright, like Luigi's Mansion, spotlight on it and go, yep, do you want to put the lighting up a little bit? I can barely see what I'm bloody seeing. The AI's terrible. The game looks terrible. It has frame rate issues which are just falling apart as that the Xbox just can't do anything, but it makes no sense because it should be easily managing this, but the game's like, kill me now. But for some reason, considering this is meant to be a first-person shooter, you know when you fight the TX, what is possibly meant to be, you know, the big bad of the game decides, you know what, the fact we're the first-person shooter, we're going to change that and turn it into a Tekken. Why? That makes no sense. You're going to turn this into a bloody Tekken game, a fighting game, and it's crap because they just basically just do stupid punches until one of them just goes, that'll do, I'm done for the day. Just pick your lane. At least make that decent. This did 2 lanes of absolute dog shite. Brute Force. Now, this was marketed as basically the Halo killer. I was like, okay, yeah, kill your own main guy, main superstar you're going to have on the console. Fine, whatever. However, it really didn't do that when it kind of, well, it didn't work. It was a bit poo. The narrative follows a 23rd century special ops team named the Brute Force Squad, terrible name, as they're sent on various missions across the galaxy to stop a cult known as the Fireborn and a looming threat. So you've got 4 different characters you can choose from. You've got Tex the heavy grunter, Brutus the lizard-like melee tank, Hawk the stealth assassin, and Flint the cyborg sniper. It has that very Saturday morning cartoon effect, but the team themselves have like no developments. It's just, yeah, pick your character, go, that's great. And it's marketed as basically the next evolution as the shooter. And it was meant to be this third-person squad shooter where you can all work together and you can swap between the characters at any time. But the problem was that the AI of your teammates was absolutely terrible. And if you're not controlling them, they're going to start getting in the middle of a gunfire and then using your really good ammo. And they're really using your equipment. It's like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing? That's a little grunt. Why have you got the rocket launcher? Did you need to do that? You've just literally had a little graze. You've just fell over and hurt your knee. Why have you got a full medipack? What are you doing? What? Why did you do that? Like, this game would be great if you had friends to play with. I haven't got any friends. But just the AI itself would just annoy the hell out of me. And once you all die, which is the idea of it, because they're all clones, they're basically, well, left to die, and then they're cloned and you're sent back to the checkpoint. Why not just make more of them? Why send a team of 4? Why not send a team of 4,000? Or of, I don't know, 4,000 snipers? Just send that team. I know I'm breaking, the character and the whole story of the game. I don't care. This is what I do. Again, it would have been cool with LAN parties and things like that. That would have been cool. I can't deny it would have been really cool to do that. But as I've already said, I haven't got any friends. So me playing it by myself is just going to be me with the AI getting really angry and not relying on them to have anything. It's like when you play Resident Evil 5. I'm like, I don't want to give you anything. Is it Shiva and Amos? I'm not giving you anything. As if I'm giving you the Magnum to hold. No chance, sunshine. What are you doing? Give me those bullets. Give me those bullets. You can have that gun. You use that gun and that gun only. I might just give you a knife. Oh no, you've died, and we've got to restart. Thanks for that. So you're crap. I know we're going on a tangent, but that's what we do on this show. Batman Dark Tomorrow. Yeah, this was before Rocksteady made a good Batman game. Like, I want to say thank you, Rocksteady, for making good Batman games, but then you've just lost all the goodwill I had for what you did with Suicide Squad. So this was, the good intentions were meant to be here for Batman Dark Tomorrow. The narrative's pretty good. It's done by a veteran DC writer, Scott Peterson, and Kenji Terada, the guy who did Final Fantasy 1 and 3. That's just random. How the hell did they get them in a room? So, do you know what? Let's make a Batman game. Like, you're playing as a comic-accurate Batman, so he's a miserable git. But the funny thing is, which makes this game stupid, is the broken handcuff mechanics. To try and make this game real, Batman's got to manually handcuff every enemy he knocks down. Every enemy. Alright? It's not just like one or two, it's a gimmick thing. No, every enemy. So if you knock them out, right, you've got to put the handcuffs on them. But if you don't put the handcuffs, they will get up and start attacking you again. Like, what? Who thought that's a good idea in practice? This is Batman, by the way. He should be breaking bones so they don't get up again. We don't want all these Steve Rogers going, oh, I could do this all day. He's like, oh no, handcuffs, my kryptonite, I've been beaten. Like, I'm sorry, this is Black Knight from Monty Python. They'll start kicking you. I just don't get who thought that was a good idea. I would have loved to be in the boardroom where we're going to develop this. Why, it's Batman. Okay, what happens when he beats them? He puts handcuffs on them. Okay, what happens if he doesn't? They get back up again. Why? Why? How many handcuffs does Batman have in that utility belt? Unlimited. Well, that doesn't make sense. Make sense of this for me, stupid people. And to make it worse, Batman's just terrible at fighting in this game. He's moving like Michael Keaton Batman, where he can't turn his neck. He just looks stupid. And there are some bits you struggle to do. And there are bits that are infamous, which I'm showing here, where Batman struggles to jump over the rooftops because he just dies from the grapple. I was like, this makes no sense. This is Batman. Batman should be able to do everything. I'm like, what's going on? We had a time when we used to have good Batman games. And now at this point, we're not getting one for a while, and it took a long time. And it was only until we got the PS3 games that we were all happy and go, yay, I love you again, Batman. This was not it, unfortunately. And finally, Nightcaster 2 Equinox. So this was a prequel of the first one, which some people liked. I never played it. But this game, yeah, you think you're going to improve on everything from the first one. No, 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 no. You must choose between Aran, the hero of the first game, and his wife, Madeline. The problem is, okay, there's the story. Yeah, you're meant to have this, you control your character, Aran, with one stick. And then he's got this little orb, which basically can use to fire elemental spells, and you control that with the other analog stick. Sounds pretty handy if you get the idea of it. The problem is it's overly complex for the game you're actually playing. The problem is the enemies move faster than you, so while you're trying to get used to the system you're actually playing, the enemies are so quick on you, it's like you've got peanut butter spread on your arse cheeks. So, yeah, and you will die in seconds as well. You are paper thin in health. Using melee combat is stupid. Don't bother, because the enemies move faster than you, and they'll shred your health in seconds. This is basically you've got to run away, fire randomly. That's not fun. That's terrible. Like, you've got you running away, there's a little orb running away after trying to find things, the enemy's coming after you after your peanut butter on your arse, and then you're dying in absolute seconds. The camera doesn't help because the camera moves all over the place and puts you in situations where, oh, hang on, I'm in a wall, I've got no way out of this, and the enemies are like, time for peanut butter arsehole. You're in trouble, and everything looks the bloody same. You're going to be looking at your map every 2 minutes to be wondering where you are. And to make it worse, when you die, you think, oh yeah, I've got unlimited continues. Yeah, that sounds good, but you lose all your experience, and you get revived at the same place you die. So guess what? You've just lost all your experience, and you revive with basically no experience and instant death. Fantastic. To say how bad this is, GameSpot gave this a 1.9 out of 10. That is outrageous, but I kind of agree with it. This should burn. Like, who thought, again, this was a good idea? This plays so well, we're going to charge UK players £40 to play it. Give me the peanut butter on my arsehole anytime. Weird thing we're going to say, I don't think anyone else is probably going to talk about that in a video game review. But as I said, we do things a little bit differently here. So, pick your peanut butter. Let me know in the comments which peanut butter brand I should be using. I'm not going to promote either one, I'll leave that to you. And that is it. Well, now we've got the image of peanut butter being spread on my arsehole, being eaten by some of the enemies, we're done for the day. So, as always, let me know what the peanut butter brand I should be using and all the other games I should be talking about in this list. Until then, I'll see you all for another video, hopefully not about peanut butter. You all take care of yourself. My name's been Danny. Follow your dreams.